What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today is Workout Wednesday. You might be asking, what's Workout Wednesday? So Workout Wednesday is going to be part of the new schedule that I'm setting up. So Mondays is going to be more like a vlog type of thing, so you guys are going to come around with me on my day, whether it's like working on my car, getting a haircut, whatever it may be. Wednesdays is going to be workout videos, so if you like to hear my motivation or like words of advice or whatever it may be with fitness, you guys are gonna come along with me on that one. And then on Fridays it's going to be teaching you about like finances and stuff like that. It could be random things, buying a house, buying a car, credit cards, credit, anything that has to do with finance. And then the days in between Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or the weekends, it's open to random videos or requested videos. So if you guys request something down in the comments, I'll make a video about it and then I'll post it on one of those days. So that's the new schedule, and let's get back into it.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks.
Grande white chocolate mocha. Yeah, that's it.
Gonna come out to 601.
Thank you. Some good old Starbucks. I never get Starbucks because it's so expensive. As you just saw, one drink is $6. That's ridiculous. I could probably make my own coffee with like a Keurig or something, but this is good. And I don't have a Keurig, so I don't go to Starbucks all the time. This is probably like a once a month, maybe once every other month type of thing. Here I am, wasting money. Coffee probably isn't the best thing for a workout day, but we'll see what happens. If it's a bad idea, you're gonna see this video again, this little snippet, because I'm gonna be calling myself an idiot. Well, let's see what happens. Thank you.
Alrighty, there you go.
Thank you.
Pack it up.
There's a stop sign in the drive-thru. So today's video is going to be about gym stereotypes. It's going to be like each person has a personality inside the gym. They're a completely different person whether they're inside or outside the gym. So people tend to do certain things inside the gym that make them stand out. And there's like a certain amount. I want to say there's maybe 8 different types of stereotypes in the gym. I'm just guessing at a number right now, but I'm pretty sure there's more. Off the top of my head, there's the high schoolers. They generally go in groups. They generally try to lift more weight than they can, and they can't even do the proper form. They don't know the proper form. And they're just trying to go to the gym to lift heavy things and try to impress the girls or something like that. I don't know what their purpose is. I never really lifted weights in high school. I did take a lifting class in high school, but that was because it sounded better than PE, and I didn't like PE. I thought lifting weights would be more productive because I'm always skinny. I've always been skinny. So I tried out weightlifting class in high school. Didn't really change much, whatever. Anyways, so there's the high schoolers. The high schoolers usually go in groups and they try to lift more weight than they can, and they don't do any proper form or anything of that nature. There are the revolutioners. Those people are usually in the gym for the first 3 to 4 months of the year, and then they stop going for the rest of the year, and then they're possibly back the next year for the same 3 or 4 months. They make the New Year's resolution to go to the gym, lose weight, lift heavy things, get into shape, whatever it may be. But the point is that they only go to the gym for those couple of months. And they get a good start because they're really consistent with the first like 1 or 2 months maybe. Usually after the first month, a lot of revolutioners kind of drop off, so 4 months is kind of pushing it. If they stay longer than 4 months, then they're pretty much started a habit, and they're gonna keep going to the gym, and they're gonna stay fit. Then there's the big-bodied, dedicated mofos that tackle their weight with all their might. They may not go to the gym every day. Some do, some don't. But they go to the gym, They're big-bodied people that want to lose weight, and you can tell they want to lose weight because they're usually on the treadmill. Treadmill makes you lose fat really fast compared to other exercises. Especially if they're like a certain size, they can't really do any other aggressive workouts, I guess. So running is always good for like anybody. Even just walking. If they're too big to run, walking is good to start it off. And usually you see the big body people start off with the treadmill, and then they do slowly into like the free weights and the machines and stuff like that. And they start working down that weight so they can do more exercises. That's hot, but it is oh so good. Oh, that's really hot. And then there are the weirdos. I think they're weirdos because they don't really work out at the gym. They kind of just walk around and look at people. I don't know why they do it. I do notice them. They don't usually look at the men because they usually are men. And they're just weirdos, I think. I don't know what their purpose is inside the gym. I don't know if they're like undercover bosses or something, like trying to see like how the gym is being taken care of, or I don't know who they are. But I know there are people in the gym that walk around in regular clothes. They usually just walk around and look at people. I never see them on a machine. I never see them on a bench. I never see them on a treadmill. I never see them on a bike. They just walk around looking at people. There's not really much to go into this because there's not much of an explanation of why they do it, but they do exist. They're in the gym. I see them every time I go. They're usually there between like 6 to 9 p.m. I think it's because they know that's when it's busy, because everyone's getting off of work at that time. So they know there's a lot of people to look at, I guess. I don't know. They're just weird. Anyways, on to the next one. And then there's the older people, the older couples usually. And they kind of just try to get fit. They try to stay in shape and stuff with their age and everything like that. And I respect that because, you know, I don't want to be like 50 or 60 years old and barely could walk or anything like that, or like out of breath just going up the stairs type thing. I like seeing older people in there. They're kind of like a motivation thing. They may not be consistent, but at least they're going, and that's all that matters at that age, is that you're going and that you're doing something about your health. The next people, they're the opposite end of the spectrum. Gym bros. Said best from Robert Frank. They are gym bros. They go there, they get big, they get swole. They go because it's the house of gains and it's a religion to them. They're big people. They're all muscle, whatever. And they lift more weight than anyone else in the gym. And it impresses everyone. It's like everyone's motivation, and they usually get stared at because they're lifting up so much weight. The gym that I go to, they don't really have a lot of gym bros. There's like 2 or 3 I think I've seen. This dude is like 6 foot like 4 or something like that. He's like the height of The Rock. He's not as big as The Rock, but dude's pretty big. And gym bros are the biggest help that you can ask for in the gym. They will spot you, they'll help you lift up weights, get started, and they will smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. The next group of people are the newbies. The newbies in the gym, I don't have a problem with them because you got to start somewhere. But you can tell who they are. They either look at the gym equipment and like try to figure it out and like scratching their head, like how does this thing work type of thing. Not a bad thing. I mean, when I first got to this Planet Fitness, because I wasn't used to their equipment and I was used to like a different gym, I didn't recognize some of the equipment, but then I noticed it and I was like, oh, I know how this works. So I was part of the newbie group too, and I looked at the signs and stuff of the equipment, and I learned how to use the equipment. Being new is not bad. The next 2 categories, the last 2 that I can think of, 8 types of gym people. The next 2 are bad. I hate these last 2 people. Second to last are the slobs. So the slobs are the people, they do not care about the gym equipment. They leave a mess. They bring a gym bag and they don't clean up after themselves because they bring a towel, whatever. They just leave stuff. Sometimes they forget their stuff at the gym. So if they left their gym bag, sometimes, I get it. You know, you're out of breath. Your mind isn't there and you just forget stuff. But these slobs, they just They never clean up the equipment after themselves. They never put the weights back. They just don't mind. It's like they live in their own world, and no one else is there, and no one's going to tell them anything, whatever. But I despise those people, and I hate when they do that, because then I'm the one that puts it back, because I know how things go. I know you're supposed to pick up after yourself. If there's no one there to claim the weights that are just like in the middle of the floor, someone could trip there for one thing. And what if someone's looking for that weight? I just hate slobs. Pick up after yourself. It's the gym. You pay for a membership, so does the other guy. Just pick up after yourself. Don't be a slob. If you got your own gym towel, cool. Just don't leave your stuff around. And don't work out in the aisleways where people walk through. Like, that's common sense. Don't work out in the aisleways. It's not necessarily being a slob, but that's just like common courtesy. Like, obviously people are gonna have to walk around you and stuff. Like, don't be that guy or girl, whatever. And last but not least, the funniest one, I think, the overachiever. This kind of falls into the high school category, but I see some grown adults doing it too. For example, I've seen this one girl, she was on like a back machine type thing. She definitely did not have enough weight on the machine, because every time she like rode it or pulled it or whatever, she flung the weights straight up in the machine, and you can hear it like hit super hard, and then she drops the weight, and it just drops all the weight. You can hear it. The overachievers are the people that either put too much weight or not enough weight, and they just muscle everything and not doing proper form. They're just like going to the gym to either act like the Hulk. You can tell who the overachievers are, because they try to lift like 60-pound dumbbells and curl them when they're more like in the 20 to 30-pound area. You can see them struggling, and yet they still try it, or they don't put enough weight, and you just see them flying the weights around like that example that I told you earlier. So don't be a slob, don't be an overachiever, but do hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Well, that's where I'm going to end today's video. This video is a little bit shorter than normal. I'm just trying to niche down on some topics, so I'm trying to keep to the schedule. With that being said, hit that like button. Comment down below what you guys thought about this video and what you think about my schedule. If you have any requests, also put them down in the comment section. If you have any problems or recommendations for my editing skills, put that down there too. Make sure you subscribe, turn on that bell for notifications so that way you know when I post a new video. Stay motivated, stay hydrated, and keep it cruising. See you guys next time.
And there she goes. Heart that pounds like a stereo. You take me round and